Welcome to this video where we're looking to fix a sort order issue in Power BI. Now, these can be quite frustrating, especially if you're working with things like financial data. So let's just say you've built your report, you've imported your different financial periods. Let's just say those financial periods don't necessarily align with calendar months, and you expect them to be listed in numerical order. P1 for period 1, P2 for period 2, and so on. But instead, it turns out being something like you have P1, P10, P11, P12, P13, and then P2. Right? That's annoying. It's also confusing. And this exact issue has come up in one of my training courses last week, so I thought I'd write a short blog and make a video about it so I could share my solution with everybody. It's quite a simple solution, in fact. So the problem itself, one of my clients has got their financial reporting period are based on 4 weekly periods. So in a normal year, there will be 13 periods. Sometimes a year might contain 14 periods, right? Each lasting 4 weeks. Now, unlike sort of fixed monthly reporting, this time of period structure can be quite common in things like government and retail and manufacturing as well. So it's kind of widely used. Now, in my recent training session, an attendee they were actually looking at some internal resources they have to build a date table that's specifically designed for how they go about reporting and their reporting periods. But when they brought that data into Power BI, they were listed in basically an alphabetical order as opposed to numeric order. So it was P1, P10, P11, P12, P13, P2. Right, and that's because Power BI was sorting the periods alphabetically instead of numerically. Right, so in the eyes of Power BI, when the data type's a string, P1 comes before B2, but so does P10 and P11, etc. Right, because it's treated as text, not a number. So this is a little bit of an annoyance here, and we don't want it to lead to confusion, and we want our dates to be shown in the correct order. We don't want to make poor decisions. We don't want to make bad decisions because the data is not in the correct order. And ultimately, we want our visualizations to provide clarity, not create more questions. Now, it's a pretty simple solution. Right, just understanding that little issue around data types, it actually makes it quite easy to solve. Power BI is sorting the text fields alphabetically, right? But you can make some amendments and some changes to your data set so we can treat those periods as numbers by creating a numeric sort column in Power Query. And this is what we work through on the day. So let's walk through this by using an example. Right? So I've got a very simple spreadsheet that I'm going to bring into Power BI using Power Query. So I've got up to Get Data. I'm going to click on Excel Workbooks, and lo and behold, look, I've got a periods spreadsheet on my desktop. I wonder how that got there. I'm going to click on Open so you can see what this is. See what this looks like, and then I'm going to just bring in Sheet 1. If I highlight Sheet 1, you can see I've got P1 to 13 in the right order. I'm just going to load those in. All right, so I can show you the problem or the question my attendee was asking on my course last week. All right, so we'll load in those that one column worth of data, and I'm going to pop it on here, and you can see it's sorted on that one column, and it's sorted alphabetically, and we get P1 and then P10, P11, P12 and 13 before P2. Right, so we're going to fix this in this little demo here. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to go to Transform Data, and that takes me into Power Query. You can see here I have column 1, and you can also see the data type there is text. That little ABC means it is going to be text. So I'm just going to rename that column. I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to call it period number. I'm going to press enter. Then I'm going to right click on that column, and I'm going to duplicate the column to create a copy of it. All right, and I'm going to call this PNO for period number. All right, and I'm going to leave that there. Now you'll see that it's duplicated it, and it's still got the same data type as text. I need to make this numeric. Now to do that, I am going to right click, and I'm going to come down to split column, and I'm going to split the column by position. All right, and it'll say specify the positions at which to split the text, and I'm just going to go position 1 because they all start with a P. Click on OK, and you can see there now I've got my it's removed the P for me, and it's actually changed the data type to be a whole number. Wonderful. So let's give that a rename. I'm just going to call it P number for now. All right, and I'm going to click close and apply. and this will reload my data set. Now I've got period number and I have got P number in here. If I was spending a little bit more time on this, I would go away and hide the P number once I've done this, but I'm going to just select on period number here, and I'm going to go sort by column, and I'm going to choose P number, and then it sorts it numerically based off the P number column, so it sorts them in the right order. And oops, let me zoom out, got a bit awry there, and if I just make that fractionally bigger, you can see that we haven't lost P13 either. Alright, so we now get our sort order, we get our column sorted in the correct order. Now clearly inaccurate or inconsistent data, it can cause issues. This is more of a frustration than anything else, but you want your financial periods to be aligned. You don't want people drawing incorrect conclusions from your misordered data, and you don't want your reports to be difficult to interpret. It's really simple to do in Power BI. All I did there was create a second column where I took out the alphanumeric string and just replaced it with a numeric value, and I used that column to sort the period number column with. This is also a great technique to use with dates, because if you get the month name, you end up sorting alphabetically. You end up April coming before January. If you are able to bring in the month number for the month, you can actually then sort your months on month number, and it'll put them in the right chronological order for you. All right. Now, we teach you this and much more on our training courses. If you ever want to come along, just reach out to me on LinkedIn, or reach out to me through the website, or reach out to me wherever you're viewing this and let me know. And we'll happily get you booked onto our training courses. But for now, take care, goodbye, and I hope you enjoy the video.